A busy Saturday night in the USL Championship comes to a close from Las Vegas, Nevada and Cashman Field. It's Las Vegas Lights FC playing host to Sacramento Republic FC. Tonight's match is presented by Liuna 872 Laborers Union. With the former MLS midfielder Jamie Watson, I'm Josh Eastern. The standings in the Western Conference. Sacramento is still battling up there at the top, currently coming in to play today in third spot. But for Las Vegas Lights, a chance to get 3 points tonight and jump a little bit closer to Sacramento Republic on 43 points. The first time Las Vegas and Sacramento met each other this season was early July. It was the first ever win for the Lights at Sacramento.
It was a performance that they really went into Sacramento and asserted themselves as a team that was going to go for it. They weren't content sitting in. I expect more of the same from Las Vegas, and I expect Sacramento to try to remedy that, be more cognizant of how Las Vegas can get in behind.
Our players to watch for Las Vegas: forward Corey Bennett, a team leader in goals.
Those 11 goals have come in the last 15 games, and he'll go from the start tonight. He'll occupy the center backs. There'll be 3 of them for Sacramento, so his job is to find the space between the right center back and the left center back to run in behind as often as possible.
For Sacramento defender Jack Gurr, a team-high 7 assists this season.
And what Gurr provides is relentless work rate up and down the right side. He does his defensive due diligence, but he gets forward. His timeliness with his entry passes into the box, if he plays it early, that's exactly what's caused most teams problems when he's been able to provide that distribution from wide areas. But he can also get to the box and arrive to get on the end of crosses from the left side.
We are building you up to first kick tonight from Cashman Field in Las Vegas. A potential playoff preview between the Lights and Sacramento Republic. We'll have lineups and first kick on the way from Las Vegas.
AIS is a proud sponsor of the Las Vegas Lights Football Club.
Hey, bud. This doing nothing all day isn't good.
You should be out making friends.
Lots of friends.
Why? Huh? Because I'm not enough? By myself? Because you would love me more if I was always bringing over new money friends?
Yes.
It's called earning dividends, dear.
Get your money working with amazing certificate rates now at americafirst.com. Desert Radiology Lights.
Mi raza bonita. Desde 1991 hemos compartido nuestras tradiciones mexicanas. Desde muy temprano, nuestros panaderos empiezan a elaborar los bolillos y el pan dulce. Y las tortillas todos los días salen calientitas. Le digo algo, mi raza bonita, lo que está hecho en la bonita, está hecho en Las Vegas.
Tonight's broadcast is presented by Liuna 872, Great Clips, and America's First Credit Union. Tonight's starting lineups are presented by Liuna 872 Laborers. We'll start with Las Vegas Lights for Dennis Sanchez, a 4-3-3 tonight.
And Jabang is the player to watch in the middle of the park. His ability to keep possession is going to be so important for the Lights and what they want to do going forward. Very calm, very confident on the ball. He links the back four to the front three. He'll have a big role tonight.
For Sacramento Republic and Mark Briggs, coming off a 3-1 loss against New Mexico, a 3-back tonight, which is what we've seen in a similar back line as well.
So with this 3-back formation, there will be areas that they try to get forward from those wide positions with Sanchez and with Gurr, but it's all to provide service for Kieran Phillips up top. 8 goals on the season so far. The Englishman on loan to Sacramento likes to play off the shoulder of the center backs, has good movement in the box, and makes the right shot selection when he has time inside the box.
We are all set to go for first kick tonight from Las Vegas. And as you could expect, a warm night, but it's actually a pretty nice night. 82 degrees. The sun has long since set, and we are ready to go for the second matchup of 2024 between Sacramento Republic and the Las Vegas Lights. Our referee tonight is Matthew Corrigan. He will have the whistle this evening. Nick Ross will have the first kick of the ball tonight. There's the whistle, and we are underway tonight from Cashman Field in Las Vegas. It's the Las Vegas Lights and Sacramento Republic. And already Sacramento coming into the attack. Jack Gurr, the cross, and taken by Raiko Rosarena. I think that's a sign of things to come for Sacramento this evening.
Jack Gurr is the main culprit when it comes to service for Sacramento. That one didn't go exactly where he wanted, just kept Rosarena honest about where he is on his line. Early on, you can see the right side is going to be a real big point of emphasis for the Republic to build through.
Sacramento, a busy week for them. Last Saturday at home, a 2-0 win comfortably against Phoenix Rising. And then midweek, a 3-1 loss against New Mexico, where Mark Briggs said, "We were excellent for 60 minutes, but we didn't take our chances," as this ball runs out of play. Said first half was maybe the best performance of the year, but we have to score. They didn't, and they got punished for it.
Mark Briggs is not wrong. For 60 minutes, the Republic just battered New Mexico United. But then there was a 10-minute spell between the 60th minute and right around the 70th minute in which New Mexico, they were just ruthless in front of goal. It's like a light switch flipped on for them, and their timing and the movement to playing behind. For the Lights, they're going to try to replicate that same movement off the shoulders of the center backs. Whenever the Republic center backs are late to step, that's where the balls need to be slipped in for Bennett and behind.
Now it's Las Vegas looking to come forward. Asante. Corey Bennett moves it back, trying to connect with JC Ngando. Sean Smart picks off the clearance, and Ngando can look upfield again for Las Vegas. Leek Howell and Joe Hafferty, the starting center back duo tonight for Las Vegas, coming off a 0-0 draw against Monterey Bay at home last week. Dennis Sanchez said it was a bit of a slower first half, but we're just trying to be a little bit more cutthroat in the final third. Sent upfield, it'll run all the way through for Danny Vitiello. Our keys to the game are presented by Silver State Schools Credit Union. What we got?
The big thing for the Las Vegas Lights is Jabang getting on the ball, and if he can do that, that'll help control the middle of the park for the Las Vegas Lights. They need him to be big time tonight. For Sacramento, they've got to be able to defend the counterattack in the areas in which they're vulnerable are those wide areas, since Sacramento play with 3 center backs. That means that that area can be vulnerable at times, so they have to make sure to have some defensive discipline to be able for the weak side defender to come and help support.
Throw-in coming for Lee Desmond and Sacramento. The least goals conceded in the USL Championship this year. Sacramento Republic with 25. They're at .92 on average per game. They're also tied with the most clean sheets, along with the Charleston Battery with 13. Dennis Sanchez says we want to be more cutthroat in the final third. Well, you're going up against the best defense in the league. It's not going to get much easier. Quick passing from Las Vegas to start tonight. JC Ngando playing it ahead. Corey Bennett found some space, but it was too close to Vitiello.
Bennett found the perfect area, and that's just a missed pass from Ngando. You're not going to get very many times where the Republic defenders part the seas, and there's so much space for Bennett to get on the end of. Ngando just missed the pass.
Lee Cowell, now JC and Gondo. And back for Raiko Rosarena. Russell Cicerone can look upfield. So now Alder Sanchez. Scored a couple of weeks ago in the game against Charleston on the road. Heavy challenge put in. It's out of play.
A bit of petulance from Sean Smart after he won the challenge fairly. Just smashed the ball off the signboards. This is a great challenge from Smart. And afterwards, he just kicks it as hard as he can off the boards. There's just no need to leave your fate of getting a booking for something like that into a referee Matthew Corrigan's hands or not. If he walks over and brandishes a yellow, everyone goes, well, yeah, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're less than 5 minutes in, and you could have been a defender on a yellow for something like that. For lack of a better term, Sean Smart needs to be smarter than that.
Good one.
Thank you. Comedic relief after all that.
Here's Luis Felipe. Cicerone facing up, slips it through for Phillips. There was a slight tug of his jersey there.
And it was a little communication. Mark Briggs gave a shout, and Matthew Corrigan actually turned, pointed to his eyes. Watch the jersey tug as it goes through. There's a little bit of a pull. And see, this is where Kieran Phillips is punished for staying on his feet. As much as there's a complaint about soccer players going to ground, if Kieran Phillips feels that pull from Hafferty and he falls down, it's absolutely a whistle and a yellow card for Hafferty. Instead, he stays on his feet, and he's punished for it. It's a bit of a catch-22. Our referee did notice it, so there may be now that thought in the back of his head. If there's a benefit of the doubt situation later on, it may not go in the way of Hafferty now.
Give Phillips the credit for integrity of the game. That's what you want to call it.
Yeah, no, it definitely is that. I don't know if it's helpful for his side, sure.
Las Vegas looking to build out again. The second highest average possession team in the USL at just a shade under 57% per game. All the way back for Vitiello. Vitiello with the long clearance. Las Vegas, 40 points this year. That's already more than double what they had last year. 3 wins last year. They eclipsed 3 wins inside of about 2 months already this season. They're up to 10 wins this year. They are unbeaten in 4. They have only 1 loss in their last 16 games. They lost to the Rowdies by a 0-0 back on May the 25th. That was the loss that started that 16 games with just 1 loss in it. They did lose to Hartford a few weeks ago.
It's interesting the way they've been doing it as well, too. They've, in the last 19 games, Las Vegas Lights have had to use 15 different starting lineups. Consistency is so important, yet they haven't been able to really establish that. Just a core group rotating.
Our injury report is presented by Desert Radiology. Fortunately, it's a long list for Las Vegas, and it's the similar players that have been out for Sacramento as well, with Roro Lopez, Shane Wheat, and Jonathan Ricketts.
You know, he'll be disappointed to miss this one is Emra Clementa. All of his time spent with Sacramento Republic during the glory days of Sacramento when they were one of the dominant teams, indomitable, if you will. Emra Clementa, a big part of that, as well as the aforementioned Rodrigo Lopez.
Loaded upfield again, and it runs out of play. One thing Las Vegas has gotten used to this year is playing in close games. Their last 8 games and 21 of their 28 overall this year have been played within a 1-goal margin or a draw. They have really grinded out some results this year. And they're right there in the thick of the playoff race, looking to make the playoffs for the first time, as this is slipped in behind. Phillips in on goal. Raiko Rosarena the save, and Phillips the follow. Kieran Phillips opens the scoring for Sacramento Republic. He stayed with it.
Coming in tonight, Mark Briggs, head coach for Sacramento Republic, had a big decision to make. Does he start Kieran Phillips, or does he go with Sebastian Herrera? And he opts for Phillips. And within 9 minutes, the forward makes the coach look like a genius. The weight on this pass from Cicerone is inch perfect. Rosarena cannot come out and get it. It's just enticing enough to draw him out a little bit, but he has to stop. He's flat-footed. Reactionary to where Phillips goes with the initial effort. And this one falls fortuitously to Phillips, who applies the finish. Just like we saw in the reverse fixture, the road team goes up early. What a goal from Kieran Phillips.
Credit to Rosarena for getting something on that initially, but Phillips, he's stuck with it, and he's back on the score sheet. A goal contribution now in 4 straight games. His last goal coming last weekend against Phoenix Rising. And already it's Las Vegas having to play from behind on their home field. Dennis Sanchez and Mark Briggs have a very close relationship. Dennis Sanchez, formerly with the Sacramento Republic, set up in their academy, also as an assistant coach under Mark Briggs. And Dennis Sanchez was telling us that they have a lot of respect for each other. They communicate about a couple times a month, every other week or so. Said that's kind of put on hold, although he did reach out to ask if they could train on a field this week, because Sacramento came straight from New Mexico here to Las Vegas. But definitely a lot of respect between these two managers.
Those two have a history and mutual admiration for each other. They also are cut from the same cloth of expecting quality from their players, holding their players to a high standard. Mark Briggs, every time MLS coaching vacancy comes up, without fail, Mark Briggs' name continuously gets mentioned in those discussions. And I think that Sacramento and Todd Donovan, all the executives there, have done a really good job of hanging on to Mark Briggs. The way that Briggs has gone about his business and been able to guide his team to even an Open Cup final against Orlando, where they lost in heartbreaking fashion, but the consistency each and every year they show is why his name's always brought up.
Long ball played, and now it's deflected into the middle. Rosarena got something on it. Malik Howell sees it out of play, but it's a corner kick. I think Las Vegas thought they were going to get that ball back, but it's a corner kick to Sacramento.
And Gurr with another service. This time, Rosarena comes out, and this is a rebound he should not be giving up in the area. That is when he pushes right out into the perfect area for Cicerone, and Cicerone will feel as though if he had any more of a half second to react to that, he'd been able to control it and apply a finish.
Corner kick on the way for Justin Portillo and Sacramento. First of the game. High lofted ball in. Jared Timmer was closest to it. Now Luis Felipe goes to ground. He's trying to keep it and get his hand away from the ball as well. Sanchez gets away from one challenge, now moves it out wide for Cicerone. Cicerone's cross, headed away by Smart. The team in Sacramento is the second highest accurate crosses per match at 5.5. His wingbacks love to get forward and serve balls in, as we've seen from Jack Gurr and his team high 7 assists. Headed into the middle for Nick Ross. Malik Howell forced to take this. It stays in play. Jack Gurr. Gennaro Nigro will try to get this out. Sacramento coming out on the front foot tonight, putting all sorts of pressure on Las Vegas.
It's been a very lively start, 13.5 minutes in for the visitors, and for the Republic, they've got their goal, but they need to continue to do much more of the same. There's no reason now to let up what's been working, and they're showing no signs of that. For Las Vegas, how you combat that? You may just have to turn around a few more times, try to get Bennett running in behind to be able to relieve some of the pressure.
Cleared out of play. Sean Smart coming over. Sacramento coming in 3-2 in their last 5. Trying to find some consistent form on the run, and they've been so good on the road, although they've lost their last 2 road games. They went into that Charleston game having only lost 1 game on the road this season. Now it's 2 straight road losses. Although the road games they've lost have been against good teams. Louisville, Charleston, New Mexico. Arguably the 3 best teams in the league.
That would be probably the 3 hardest places to go play if you had to ask me to list 1, 2, and 3.
Rico Rosarena will come over to take this. Coming together there as Corey Bennett went down, and there is a free kick on the way. Jared Timmer with the foul.
Timmer's done a good job of anchoring these back 3, and he is so quick and athletic. He can cover some ground, but he also has a big body to be able to challenge on aerial threats as well.
Here's Ousmane Jabang sliding in between those 2 center backs. We've seen that at times this season with Jabang.
Jabang is much more influential, though, when he is in the middle of the park. When he drops back, that's great. He does it in the build-out, so the 2 center backs can go wider, the outside backs can get higher up the field. There was a big moment, I think, that turned the tides for the match in their previous meeting against Monterey Bay, in which Jabang, at halftime, went from a center midfield position to a center back position. And he was very good on the ball, but he was an additional 15 to 20 yards deeper while being good on the ball. And he wasn't linking the defense to the offense. So I think that this is a case in which Jabang is much more influential in this group when he's in the midfield, and he can help dictate and control possession and the pace of play for Las Vegas.
Sacramento tried to go quick there, but the throw-in was given to Las Vegas. Jabang on loan from Montreal, the 75th pick in the 2023 draft out of Mercer. Not necessarily a soccer hotbed, but has made a name for himself. Another whistle here. A choppy game so far. Comes towards goal and then taken by Rosarena. Some news this week, or coming out today actually, assistant coach Gerson Echeverry, former head coach in the USL Championship at RGV. He has departed the club for another coaching opportunity. It's good experience on the assistant coaching staff for Dennis Sanchez in his first head coaching job. Echeverry now moving on from the club. This is out for another corner kick.
Felipe, number 96 in red. He is one of the main targets on these set pieces for Sacramento Republic.
Portillo again to deliver the in-swinger. End of the way by Jabang. Sante trying to help it on its way. Under Sanchez gets tangled up, and a free kick going to Sacramento. And in a good spot, Asante not in agreement with that decision.
Sante's trying to get his feet sorted as he's fighting for this ball, and both players are going round and round for it, and it was Sanchez who stuck his body in between the ball and Asante Samuel. That's how, or Solomon Asante, excuse me.
You a football fan? Cornerbacks on the mind.
That's right, there we go. Both wonderful professional athletes. This one though is of the more diminutive variety, and this is the one where he gets his feet tangled up inadvertently, but gives away the free kick in a very dangerous spot. Cicerone more than capable from this distance.
Cicerone standing over it for Sacramento. Russell Cicerone puts this one well out of play. I see some of the unique jerseys tonight from Las Vegas Lights. Tonight is Donate Life Night here at Cashman Fields, honoring organ donors and recipients throughout the night. You'll see the human anatomy under the skin on these jerseys.
It's a great cause. Look, hey, we're talking about it, right? That is what it's supposed to do, raise awareness, and it's supposed to be standoutish.
Turned over. Here's Cicerone trying to chip it forward. Malik Howell with the clearance. Comes back up fields. Rosarena trying to get on the end of it, but it's a goal kick anyway. There's a good look at the jersey. So much creative liberty from all these clubs across the league. It's fun to see what they come up with.
Well, Las Vegas has always been the trendsetter in unique ways of drawing attention and marketing, and it's been one thing after another. This is a far better cause for awareness than, let's say, dropping cash from a helicopter like they used to do.
It was still fun.
Yeah, I mean, I would have been out there.
Ahead for Asante. Asante, the cross, runs all the way through. Still a chance, although Pinzon couldn't track it down, and Sacramento clear it upfield. Still no shots in this game from Las Vegas, more than 21 minutes in. I guess only 2 shots for Sacramento, both of them coming from Kieran Phillips, both of them on target.
How important was that intervention at the back post, though, from the 17-year-old Ukebu to be able to come in at the last moment, just get in front of Pinzon to make sure that he couldn't apply the finish and equalize this matchup.
Here's Malik Howell. Asante dashing forward, trying to connect with JC Ngando. Ngando out of play, and that was last off of Ngando. Danny Vitiello, one of the top goalkeepers in the league, and congrats to Vitiello. At the 10th minute tonight, he passed 10,000 minutes in the USL Championship. Very big accomplishment.
Big milestone for the goalkeeper, who's been a big part of what Sacramento have been able to accomplish over the last several years, and it's a personal milestone, but he has been a key component to this squad, and he will tell you he'll be the first one to admit it's the players in front of him that have helped make those 10,000 minutes enjoyable.
Trying to roll it forward again. Ngando facing up. Ngando trying to get end line now. Ngando staying with it. Back for Asante. Lofting it up back post. Too tall for everyone. Player that's really made it tick in the attack this year for Las Vegas is Valentin Noel. Really called his name too much. Number 27 in black. This cross fizzled in. Timmer comes over for the clearing header. And a stoppage in play as there's a Las Vegas player down for a potential head injury. It's Corey Bennett. They've clashed heads there with the captain, Lee Desmond. Bennett will go through the concussion protocol. Bennett, team high 11 goals so far in 2024. His first season in the USL Championship after 2 years in League One with the Charlotte Independents. 62 appearances, 17 goals over those 2 years.
Bennett does a really good job of being instinctual with his movement and understanding when there's an imbalance in the defense where he can try to be able to find and operate in space. There was a moment earlier in the match where Ngando just missed a pass in which Corey Bennett had taken a wonderful position inside the box. If Ngando connects that pass, this match very easily could have been 1-0 for the host as opposed to 1-0 for the visitors, who scored just a few moments later.
Nigro will throw it back in for Las Vegas. Still looking for shot number 1. Here's Joe Hafferty for Las Vegas. And Ousmane Jabang. Bounces out of play, another throw-in coming for the Lights. And Sean Smart. Went out of play, and I think the AR is pointing the wrong way.
Sean Smart earlier did play earlier where he smashed it off the signboard, and this time that is clever from Smart to just throw that right in the chest of your opponent and make it look like I was just handing you the ball.
There he is again with Kieran Phillips.
Game within the game, but Sean Smart needs to make sure that his head is in the right position.
The last matchup between Sacramento and Vegas was almost 3 months ago. I don't know if
something that
yeah,
is carrying over.
Yeah. Here is Smart. Smart trying to win it back. Now it's Ngando trying to get back in the play. Cicerone got his feet tangled, and a free kick back to Sacramento Republic.
Good switch from Desmond.
Two other games going on around the championship tonight. Monterey Bay and Orange County fight for some playoff spots towards the playoff line, along with Phoenix Rising and San Antonio in a similar predicament as Las Vegas able to force a turnover. That is off the mark and out of play. Playoff started right now. Las Vegas would be on the road to Memphis, which is where they started this season. Sacramento currently holding the second spot in the live standings. Sacramento 7 points if they can win this game behind New Mexico. New Mexico plays again tomorrow, but Sacramento and New Mexico play each other again on Sunday. Game from Wednesday will be very fresh in the minds, I'm sure, of everybody in and around that game. Here's Noel, trying to get something going for the Lights, about 28 minutes in. Smart. Sante had it touched off his foot. It was right in front of Dennis Sanchez, who wanted a whistle. Instead, it's played upfield, and Malik Howell comes over. Ousmane Jabang.
How effortless it is from Jabang to just turn out of pressure from multiple Sacramento Republic players. Really enjoy his game. He needs to get on the ball, and see how he draws Felipe towards him. That's the center midfielder. If anything, that little passing is just causing the defender 2 or 3 extra sprints.
Comes in for Bennett! Corey Bennett, his 12th goal this season, and an equalizer for the Lights.
What a patient, methodical buildup this is from Las Vegas. The short, sharp passing, lull you into a sleep, and then try to attack down the far side as quickly as possible. This will show you after some slow-moving passes, they kick it up to a 12 real quick, and this is an inch-perfect cross. That is such a good ball. It goes over Jared Timmer, who's the center back in the middle. That means Lee Desmond needs to be over closer to apply some pressure. But that's the difference Corey Bennett can make, finding those pockets of space. And then from there, he times that leap where he's able to meet it at its apex, and he's able to drive through the header. That is a wonderfully timed leap to stay over it, control your body in the air, and then apply the finish. Wonderful team build-up and goal from Las Vegas Lights.
That goal presented by America First Credit Union. And Corey Bennett, his team high 12th goal of the season. The assist goes to Valentin Noel. It's his 6th assist of the season. After Corey Bennett went 4 straight games scoring, he's gone the last 2 without a goal. And he's back amongst the goals tonight against Sacramento. And all of a sudden, I don't want to say Sacramento's looking too suspect defensively. They're still very solid, but 3 goals against New Mexico, 2 goals against Charleston on the road. They gave up 4 to Louisville on the road. If they don't get that first spot, that might be something that teams can point to and say, all right, that's a weakness of this team.
Absolutely, and I think that's the next evolution of this group, is being consistent for 90 minutes in their defensive approach, and then making sure from there they're controlling games after they take a lead. They scored and then seemingly sort of took their foot off the gas within a couple of minutes after going up 1-0. And then Las Vegas gets on the ball a bit more, a couple of passes in the midfield, the next thing you know, they break out decisively down the side. Before Sacramento can realize it, they're picking the ball to their own net.
In the opening 15 seconds of the game, Jack Gurr was already putting a cross into the box. Thought that would be a sign of things to come. There just hasn't been much of that since. As Nigro picks himself up off the surface. Here's Hafferty to move it across. Malik Howell. Floated forward, and Danny Vitiello will come to take this and prevent a goal kick. That's the half-hour mark, and Las Vegas has got themselves back on level terms. There's only a 1-0 scoreline the last time Vegas and Sacramento met. Sacramento has dominated this series. 7 wins, 3 losses, 3 draws. And now Vitiello coming off his line. Vitiello having to put it out of play. Never afraid to come off his line is Danny Vitiello.
Self-inflicted mistakes right now for Sacramento. That bad back pass left short to Vitiello, and my goodness, if he even hesitates for half a second, Vitiello, this game could turn around to 2-1 just in a blink of an eye.
This is turned over in numbers if Sacramento can go quickly. Nick Ross. Russell Cicerone couldn't track it down. There's Ngando and Noel. Quick passing from Las Vegas. Bennett's calling for it in the middle. Instead, it's cut back. More options coming. Here's the shot. Pinzon, it was blocked out, and now a corner kick for Las Vegas.
For as solid as Jared Timmer has been, he bites and goes way out of position to try to win the initial ball. And then everybody is trying to track back from there. Kebu does ever so well to win the foot race back, or else the early ball would have been played in for Bennett because it wasn't on. With Kebu winning that race, all that means it had to be slowed down. That allows Jack Gurr to be able to get back in position, but Timmer, that's an ill-advised step.
Played short. Now working it around, Ngando for Pinzon. Lofting it up, back post. Vitiello dropped it and then was able to corral it. And the quick distribution from Vitiello. Phillips couldn't track it down, and Vegas get it back under their spell.
I will tell you that neither one of these managers will be happy with how the last 6 or 7 minutes of this game has gone. Las Vegas get their equalizer, but this match has been a bit unhinged for a few minutes.
When you think of Sacramento, you think of Las Vegas, you think of two teams want to be in control, in command, not necessarily up and down.
This has been atypical the last few minutes. Now Las Vegas are sensing that and putting their foot on the ball to try to connect some passes.
Well, and you mentioned it to Dennis Sanchez. You said, I hope we get a nice up and down game. Dennis Sanchez is like, no, I hope we do not get that.
There's a lot more people that are watching that are much more pleased with an up and down back and forth matchup than.
And then you did clarify that's more from a neutral perspective.
Yeah, that's right. It was, you know, look, the coaches may prefer a very sound performance, pitcher's duel, if you will, in baseball. Oh, Sean Smart just tried to do something clever. He just tried to throw the ball off the back of Sanchez.
And now Sacramento is trying to go quick. There was a whistle.
Watch this. He's trying to throw it off of his back to get it back. And then Sanchez
wasn't quite the right bounce.
Yeah, it was. It's been an adventurous first 35 minutes for Sean Smart. He's found himself in 4 different peculiar positions. We reserved that for about 4 different peculiar positions over the course of a year. Sean Smart's found that in the first half. Number 5.
And another bump with Cicerone. I wouldn't necessarily call this a chippy game, but it's really only Sean Smart. Bang plays it back for Rosarena, and Las Vegas will start again. Token pressure from Kieran Phillips. Phillips now up to 9 goals this season, the loanee from Huddersfield Town. He's been on loan every season since 2021. Started in the Everton Youth Academy, around 24 years old is Phillips. His first stint in the United States. Here's Smart. Smart trying to slow things up. It's JC Ngando now. Ngando deflecting out of play. Corner kick, Las Vegas.
Good timeliness from the right back and one of the deeper lying center midfielders to be able to go forward and really create a numerical advantage. Las Vegas still need that final pass. They got a great delivery on the goal. That quality provided the goal, but since then it's been the last pass that's really let him down.
Pinzon plays at top of the area. Ngando delivers. Somehow got all the way through there. Nobody touched it, and it's out for a goal kick. USL Championship Soccer continues on the ESPN networks tomorrow with a matchup of top teams from the Eastern Conference. Detroit City takes on Player Shield leader Louisville City at 3 p.m. Eastern tomorrow on ESPN2.
You'll be on the call for that one tomorrow, won't you, Josh Eastern?
Yes, sir. Me and Devin Kerr will have the coverage from Keyworth Stadium.
2 of the best cover the game in USL Championship.
Here's Asante. Well, is it bouncing around?
Couldn't find it for a second.
Jabang brings it down for Ngando. They formed a nice partnership in this Las Vegas midfield over the last few weeks since Jabang came in on loan in mid-August. Here's Smart and Jabang.
Jabang, as you alluded to, is on loan from CF Montreal, but if I was any coach in the USL Championship, I would just monitor the situation with Jabang and his path with Montreal, and if there is a clear path for him to get playing time, or if not, would inquire about another loan if he stays on the books in 25, or if he is a player that ends up getting released for a roster spot at the end of the season. He'd be one of the first players I would call to try to solidify my midfield. I enjoy watching Jabang play that much.
Over the top for Phillips, shoulder to shoulder with Sean Smart. Phillips does well to keep that alive. Now Russell Cicerone. Jabang closed that avenue down as Cicerone want to cut it on that right foot. Now it's Asante. Asante bursting forward. Noel. And JC Ngando. Solomon Asante had one of his records broken earlier today. Him alongside Adam John in 2019 for Phoenix Rising and scored 39 combined goals, the most ever by a partnership or duo in USL Championship history. Now it's Nick Marcanic and MD Myers who have that record for themselves. Marcanic scoring a brace tonight, becoming the USL Championship single season goal scoring leader. Flag up for offside against Corey Bennett. Both Las Vegas and Sacramento have learned what Nick Marcanic can do. Marcanic a goal a few weeks ago against Sacramento, an equalizer. And he put 4 past Las Vegas earlier this season.
At this point, it might be easier to just establish which teams Nick Marcanic has not scored on this season. Might be fewer of those.
6 games with multiple goals this year for Marcanic. What a year it's been.
I played in this league for a long time, and I can tell you his finishing ability is some of the best that I've seen from any forward that's played in the USL Championship. Shot selection, left foot, right foot with his head. He is just a natural-born goal scorer.
Throwing for Sacramento. They have not had much going forward since scoring that goal early on. 3 shots. And only 1 shot since that goal. And it was Cicerone who skied it well out of play. Cicerone moves it ahead here. Phillips out wide for Gurr. Gurr's delivery coming in. Malik Howell now possesses for Las Vegas. He'll stride through the middle. Ngando ahead for Asante. Here's Solomon Asante, the cross coming in. Trying to get it all the way through for Howell. The center back was still well up the field. And Howell is shaken up after maybe a collision with Jack Gurr. He's back on his feet. Howell, though, is still down.
At certain points, center backs just pick their number and they go forward, continuing the run. As this breakout occurs on the far side, Howell's going to try to overload the back, and normally it's the center backs that come in unaccounted for because their presence in the box is so rare. That can cause some problems. This time it's the tracking back from Jack Gurr. How many times have we said that over the course of the night already? If Jack Gurr doesn't make that lung-busting run back, Malik Howell could see his name in lights. Really big inside the box.
Oh my goodness.
Say his name in the Las Vegas.
This is USL Championship After Dark, folks. Vitiello sends it long downfield into the final minute plus stoppage time in the first half. Second ball picked up, shot comes on, and saved by Rosarena.
Nick Ross caught this cleanly. That's the things up. Watch the technique, leaning forward, stays over it, lands on the shooting foot. Not his textbook technique, but Rosarena in a good position to make the save that was required of him.
Gonna play it through the middle, nothing doing for Las Vegas. Halftime coming in an interesting part in this game. Sacramento an early goal, Las Vegas scoring right at the half-hour mark. These last 15 minutes, there have not been many chances in this game. Three minutes of stoppage time added on. Over the top, it runs out of play.
That's what Sacramento want. If they're going to concede possession to Las Vegas and wide areas and in the back, they're waiting for a moment when somebody on Las Vegas becomes impatient. And when that happens, that's when the ball gets played long and the Republic are able to win possession back and they're able to try to put together an attacking phase.
Sacramento progress forward with Alder Sanchez rolling it forward and nothing doing for Republic. Now Ngando on the move. Here come the lights. Ngando off to the far side. Pinzon cuts it in. Pinzon still. Now for Asante. Bounced away from him. Still Asante. Now all those red shirts are able to get back in their defensive posture. Rafferty for Asante. Find room in fields. It's a good example of how patient Las Vegas is willing to be.
It's also showing how difficult Sacramento is to being played through centrally. Ballots for Vegas were always side to side or backwards, but as long as there's no penetrating passes through the middle, Sacramento are okay giving this possession away. Oh, good skill.
Ngando fouled and a free kick coming.
It's got to be a booking.
He got the better of Sanchez for sure.
Man, Ngando throws a sick skill check and then just gets his jersey pulled. You got to wait till after the game to grab the jersey and swap it out. Al Sanchez doesn't get a booking there.
Dennis Sanchez wondering why that's not booking. I think he's in the same mindset as you.
Yeah, I mean, more often than not, that is a yellow card. And I firmly believe it should have been, because the next touch from Ngando was either driving into the box unmarked with the trailing defender behind him, or he's providing a service in early.
Pinzon and Asante. Asante lofts it up. Vitiello the punch away. Las Vegas will keep it. Ngando, he wants to hit it, and he sends it out of play. And that is the last action of the first 45 minutes. 1-1 our score. It's very well poised for a big second half.
It's going to need more opportunities like we saw at the beginning, where there was pressure from both sides. It was forcing turnovers in advantageous positions. 2 quality goals, one from that man, second from that man. It's all to play for in the second half. Both managers are going to have to adjust tactically to be able to get established possession and get more chances created through some good movement in the final thirds.
We have reached the break from Las Vegas, Nevada and Cashman Fields. It's been a very interesting first 45 minutes, a goal apiece, and it's right there for the taking come half number 2. We're at the break. Las Vegas 1, Sacramento 1.
As a Great Clip salon stylist, I love giving customers the look they want. With Clip Notes, we save your haircut details, so it's one less thing for you to worry about. And when I see that confidence at the end of the cut, that's everything to me.
As a stylist, I know it can be hard to find time for a haircut. With the Great Clips app, you can put your name on the list from anywhere and head to the salon when it's time for your cut. A great haircut plus more time for what you love. That's Great Clips.
Hello, my name is Ramon Martin del Campo, City of Henderson police officer and former Las Vegas Lights team captain. My mother, Susie, desperately waited for a second chance after years of fighting kidney disease. Through a paired kidney exchange program, she was able to receive the gift of life through transplant. Currently, about 85% of Americans waiting need a kidney transplant. I am a living kidney donor. Nevadans are giving. Join us at wearenevadans.org.
We live in one of the driest cities in the nation. Let's live in the desert, not in denial. Saving water is desert living. Do your part to conserve water. Visit snwa.com.
At Comprehensive Cancer Centers, the most advanced treatments and breakthrough research are helping our patients thrive. But some of our most powerful treatments are preventative. This begins together in our community through awareness, outreach, education, and support. From healthier living and self-checks to screening for early detection, we can now find and treat some cancers before they strike. We're doing this together, Southern Nevada, and teamwork saves lives.
We live in one of the driest cities in the nation. Let's live in the desert, not in denial. Saving water is desert living. Do your part to conserve water. Visit snwa.com.
Tonight's broadcast is presented by SNWA, La Bonita, Silver State Schools Credit Union, and Comprehensive Cancer Centers. Halftime is presented by SNWA. Change your watering clock now to avoid costly water waste fines. Our score at the break is Las Vegas 1 and Sacramento 1. This is what the remaining schedule looks like. It's presented by Advanced Imaging Solutions. And all these games with playoff implications for Las Vegas.
Every match is important now. Every point is at a premium. And for Las Vegas, they hover right around the home playoff line. Starting with tonight, this could be a big step forward to try to be able to solidify that. And then you start to look at some of the matchups they've got to go on the road. At Phoenix, always difficult. Birmingham, not an easy place to play. And you've got to end the season on the road with North Carolina FC. These are matchups where every mistake is magnified and every point is incredibly valuable.
The West standings are presented by La Bonita. This is what it looks like now. New Mexico has clinched a spot in the playoffs. They're on 54 points. Las Vegas, they're still battling, trying to get a home playoff game over Memphis.
Look how tight that is between 11th and Monterey Bay on 30 points, who are playing right now, all the way up to 7th with Phoenix Rising at 36 points. Just 2 games separating those teams. It is coming down to the thick of it, and this is one of the best times all year.
In the Eastern Conference, Louisville, top of the pile, not only in the East, but across the entire USL Championship. Charleston's close in points, but look at games played, 3 less for Louisville.
Yeah, so at the top, it looks as though Louisville, if everything goes as expected, they should be able to win the Players' Shield, and Charleston looks solidified in that second place after a comprehensive 3-1 win over Tampa. In my eyes, go to the playoff line, much like it is in the West. I'd even argue to say it's even tighter in the Eastern Conference. 11th place, Riverhounds with 1 win. They would jump all the way up to 8th place, and you put another win there, and you could jump as high as 5th place. It's that tight, it's that close. This is coming down to an exciting end of the season in USL Championship.
There could be upsets galore again in the playoffs. We are at the break from Cashman Field in Las Vegas. Our score, Las Vegas Lights 1, Sacramento Republic 1.
Is it somebody's birthday? Dad, come watch us hit this ugly piñata. Dad!
When Hornets show up, so do we. Terminix it. We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Recentra bien el balón dentro del área. ¡Hombre, es el segundo! La combinación es buena. Se canta el 1-1. ¡Te lo canto! ¡No te puedo creer! Increíble, Felipe. Y señoras y señores, la USL Championship.
When mosquitoes show up, so do we. Terminix it.
Yeah, trick. I said what I said. I'd rather be famous instead.
Desert Radio. Let's go Lights.
Tonight's halftime is presented by SNWA. Change your watering clock now to avoid costly water waste fines. Our score at the break, Las Vegas won and Sacramento won. News and notes from around the USL Championship. Charleston has booked a spot in the playoffs, and about Alex Tambakis, 600 saves in his career.
It's been an impressive career for Alex Tambakis, and doesn't look like he's slowing down anytime soon. Congratulations to him. ESPN International. USL announcing a multi-year agreement with ESPN International. You can see the USL Championship and League One on ESPN networks across Latin America. The game keeps growing. It's going to be hard to look anywhere where you can't find a game now, to live anywhere where you can't find a game now. Each and every week, more and more exciting games coming to you.
Let's take a look at our goal and save of the week.
Francois. He has Below in support. It's Cristiano Francois. Below heading it home. The veteran sealing the points in a crucial clash.
Played Romario Williams. Williams. Wait, does it again.
This is what the team of the week looks like. How about Ryan Martin? Coach of the week, what he's done with Loudoun this year is remarkable.
Former teammate of mine, Ryan Martin, you always knew when he was a player he was going to be an exceptional coach, and he has done it with Loudoun. He used to have to do it under some very difficult circumstances until the new ownership came in. Now he's got his team sitting in the playoff spot. He's got several players sitting on the team of the week as well. And Jack Blake for Indy 11. He finds himself in there with Florian Below, who scored a wonderful goal. Diving header, as you just saw. This is a very star-studded team of the week. And Jack Gerd, no surprise there. Fixture from the first half for Sacramento Republic. Off of a good performance last week, found himself on the team of the week for week 28.
We'll see what it is in week 29. Could it be somebody from this game on the team of the week? We're all square at the break. Las Vegas won, Sacramento won. Second half is next.
We live in one of the driest cities in the nation. Let's live in the desert, not in denial. Saving water is desert living. Do your part to conserve water. Visit snwa.com.
As a Great Clips salon stylist, I love giving customers the look they want. With Clip Notes, we save your haircut details, so it's one less thing for you to worry about. And when I see that confidence at the end of the cut, that's everything to me.
As a stylist, I know it can be hard to find time for a haircut. With the Great Clips app, you can put your name on the list from anywhere and head to the salon when it's time for your cut. A great haircut plus more time for what you love. That's Great Clips.
Yeah, let's redo the basement.
Hello, home movie theater.
Spare bedroom.
Why not both? Use the US Bank mobile app to apply for a home improvement loan. It's easy.
Wonderful, Alex.
Hey, that's what US Bank is for. Anything else?
How about a loan for a bigger car?
Our family is growing.
Oh. Yeah, my brother's moving in with his 5 dogs.
Oh.
Hey-o! And we're expecting.
Ah.
Expecting what?
Help for today, planning for tomorrow. US Bank. We'll get there together.
All right, team. I'm not angry. I want to know who broke this. I want to make sure this doesn't happen again in the future. We found this tangled up in the transfer rollers. Who did this?
AIS is a proud sponsor of the Las Vegas Lights Football Club.
We live in one of the driest cities in the nation. Let's live in the desert, not in denial. Saving water is desert living. Do your part to conserve water. Visit snwa.com.
We are set for the second 45 minutes. The second half kick is presented by Comprehensive Cancer Centers, kicking cancer in Las Vegas for more than 40 years. Our highlights from the first 45 minutes, and it didn't take long for things to get started in the attack, but this could have been maybe more than just a jersey tug.
Yeah, there really was an opportunity for Phillips, and it was a warning sign. Hafferty gets away with a little bit of a jersey tug, slows down Phillips just enough to be able to prevent the Englishman from getting on the end of it. There's no preventing him on this one. Cicerone inch-perfect pass right through the two center backs. And Kieran Phillips, well, he stopped on the first effort, but he follows it up, and that's just as simple as the tap-ins from there. Wonderful preparation to be able to shape his body to get the first effort just beyond a Rosarena to take the 1-0 lead in the 9th minute. From there, Las Vegas then started to assert themselves in the match, and Valentin Noel drifts out wide, plays a perfect ball into Corey Bennett. Bennett hangs up in the air, gets the timing just right to leap over it. Nothing Vitiello can do from that distance, and that's where we stand at the half, 1-1.
The highlights presented by Great Clips. The stats are presented by US Bank. Just the one shot on target, but for Las Vegas, that's all they've needed, even with 70% of the ball.
Well, for all the possession they've had, they generated the one shot on target, and even that was a difficult one. As far as the expected goal totals, just a .18. I mean, Corey Bennett did ever so well to be able to have finished that. That's about roughly 1 out of every 5 times he'd be expected to score from there. And Sacramento, they've given up possession. They're fine as the road team to be able to do that. It's just been in non-dangerous areas for Las Vegas mainly. They need to find more penetrating passes through the middle of the field for the Republic to try to really pose a threat to the visitors to get that second goal.
We welcome you back to Cashman Field in Las Vegas with Jamie Watson. I'm Josh Eastern. Thanks so much for being with us tonight. Corey Bennett, the equalizer for the Lights, his team leading 12th goal on the season. Teams will switch ends as we get this second half underway. There's the whistle, and here we go. 45 more minutes from Cashman Field in Las Vegas. All square at 1. A new game here in Cashman Fields. Sacramento Republic side that is trying to get things back on track in terms of their road form. This is played down the line for JC Ngando. Coming off the 3-1 loss against New Mexico last time out. Before that on the road, they had lost to Charleston. Before that, they had lost to Louisville. So 3 straight road losses coming into play tonight for Sacramento Republic. So they had only 1 loss heading into that Charleston game on the road. They do play 3 of their final 6 on the road. So they still have 3 home games to go of those final 6. Here's Pinzon. Trying to connect with Valentin Noel. Noel had the assist on the goal to Bennett in the first half. Now Sacramento trying to play out. Nothing doing for Sac Republic. Nigro. Picking up where we left off in the first half, with Las Vegas on the ball. 70% possession in that first 45 minutes, and about 100% to start this second half. Nigro gets the return ball. Smart making the run infield at clear space for Asante. Asante's cross! It's trickling towards the goal line and cleared away. Corey Bennett was closest to it.
This would have been a big, big team moment to be able to cap off this wonderful buildup and long spell of possession. The ball's going to bounce up and awkwardly hit Bennett in the hand. That's where the whistle comes from, but my goodness, you were only half kidding when you said about 100% of possession. I can't remember if Sacramento had even had a touch yet. That is really, really dominant from Las Vegas to be able to work the ball side to side and get numbers into the box like that. Sacramento need to be able to now retain possession to be able to spell a bit of that defensive work and suffering that they just had to do.
Sacramento trying to get something going forward now with Cicerone and Luis Felipe. Plenty of game changers on this team for Sacramento. Battled some injuries this year. Riggs has talked about hasn't had everybody healthy at the same time, probably won't this entire season. And that still shows you where they are in the standings, even without some of those important players. Roro Lopez and Shane Wheat still out. Here's Ngando trying to go right through the middle. Broken up, and Sacramento gets it back under their spell. Portillo. Comes infield for Cicerone. Driving forward and moved out wide. Chance to cross. Luis Felipe was close to it. Jack Gurr back in the middle. A heavy first touch by Nick Ross and out of play.
Jack Gurr with the timeliness of arriving into the box and just being so smart of squaring this across to Nick Ross. Watch Ross in the middle of your screen. This is going to come right to him, and he just takes too big of a first touch. If he can control this and quickly get an effort off before Nigro gets there, there's a lot of bodies in there. It could go anywhere from that distance and that close of a starting position to goal.
Sacramento without a goal scorer with double-digit goals this year. Trevor Ammon has 9. They have 11 different goal scorers this year. Of course, Las Vegas is right now paced by Corey Bennett, who is up to 12. They also have double-digit goal scorers with 10. Slipped in behind. Chance it on goal. Getting to the end line, and Ngando ushered out a play by Timmer. A corner kick to Las Vegas.
It's one too many touches from Ngando as he gets to a shooting position. It's a tight area, certainly. A little bit of skill for the 1-2. This touch and then a shot. Shoot it right here. But instead he takes the touch with his left foot. As soon as he does that, Timmer was able to regain position. Slides early and not as astute defending to recover back from Jared Timmer.
Play the corner kick short. Cut it infield now, Asante. Solomon Asante goes low, just trying to put it in that corridor of uncertainty. And another corner kick. Asante to deliver again, played short. Nigro delivers, header by Luis Felipe. Malik Howell and now JC Ngando. Here's Noel.
Feels like Sacramento need a little something to lively this matchup right now. Just came out of the locker room flat, haven't had any spell of possession so far, and they've been defending this entire time. Just wonder how long until maybe Mark Briggs looks to make some sort of tactical change or maybe even a personnel change. Could be an impact that the manager could have on this match right now.
Oh, Smart leaves his defender in the dust. Smart coming forward, it's Corey Bennett, and it's wide. A kiss off the post, and a goal kick coming.
Inches away from Corey Bennett, back in a brace and turning this all the way around. That is a good change of pace, unfortunate slip, and you're gonna see this hit off the outside of the post. It's that close from Corey Bennett. My goodness. Good movement. He just stops and cuts away from Timmer. But it has to be said, that is a wonderful job of coming over Kebu to be able to apply a little bit of pressure, or else Corey Bennett would have been all alone in the box after losing Jared Timmer.
A whistle here and a free kick. Looks to be going the direction of Las Vegas. Nigro in conversation with our referee tonight, Matthew Corrigan. And the subs coming. Jamie, as astutely pointed out, Sebastian Herrera and Damia Villader will enter this game. Kieran Phillips and Alder Sanchez will exit.
It's like Mark Briggs just felt as though he needed to be able to impact the match by going to his bench, and I like these changes. Herrera on a different day could have gotten a start. He's scored in his last 2 matches as well, but instead he opts for Phillips. Does Mark Briggs. Phillips scores in the 9th minute, so there we go. It makes the manager look like a genius, and then you get the opportunity to bring off Sanchez, who I don't think quite had the impact on the match that he had hoped for. You get Villader and now some fresh legs to try to also change the attack and give it a different look.
Desert Radiology substitutions. Damia Villader, 1 assist this year for the 26-year-old, the former USL League One Defensive Player of the Year, a former champion in League One with Union Omaha. Now Sebastian Herrera also enters, and he has found some form. He has scored in now 2 straight games for Sacramento Republic. Last week against Phoenix and midweek against New Mexico. Here comes Pinzon, cutting it in fields. Valentin Noel. Again, Pinzon as it's turned back. Hafferty. Again, Pinzon. Now Jabang. 70% possession right now for Las Vegas. Noel, done a lot of Las Vegas games this year. I don't think I've seen them at this high of a clip in terms of possession. And Gondo trying to come in fields.
For all this wonderful possession that they're having, though, the expected goal total still for Las Vegas is 0.32. Still needs to be more of an end product to get the opportunity to hit the post. And look, expected goal total doesn't tell the entire story, but the final pass has been lacking so far.
Noel is trying to feather it in towards the near post where Nigro is making the run. If you're Mark Briggs, though, are you okay with this? How do you get on the ball? How do you create some chances?
Mark Briggs won't be okay with this amount of enormous pressure his team is under. This is certainly a lot for any team to withstand and suffer through. There are points where you're going to concede possession and understand that your opponent in any soccer match is going to have their time on the ball to try to be able to build up. And right now for Sacramento, they're content, but they certainly won't be happy with this. You can defend well, but you've got to be able to get on the ball and be able to start to create some opportunities and even get some rest and a reprieve from all this defending.
No shot so far in the second half for Sacramento. Here's Asante wide. That looked like vintage Solomon Asante, could not find the corner.
But also that look of frustration at the end tells you exactly what it feels like for Asante right now, who still is looking for his first goal on the season. Phoenix Rising, Asante scores that. Las Vegas Lights in 2024, Asante sees it goes agonizingly close but wide.
A three-time first-team player, a two-time MVP, and back-to-back MVP in 2019 and 2020. Although Sacramento Republic don't want to remember that 2020 playoff run where Solomon Asante, you could kind of see, punched it in. He used his hand to score what turned out to be the game-winning goal for Phoenix Rising to knock Sacramento Republic out. But no VAR, it counted. Phoenix moved on.
I bet you don't even remember what you had for lunch 3 days ago, but you remember a goal that was scored in the playoffs in the 2020 playoffs for USL Championship.
Yellow card to Valentin Noel. Now I'm going to think about what I had for lunch a few days ago.
You've got your priorities right, my friend. Noel cynically just sticking a leg out, stopping the counterattack. I knew what he was doing as soon as he stepped on the back of the heel of Cicerone. No complaints from Noel, just accepts his fate and drops back in.
I don't remember.
Was it a sandwich? I mean, you could have just lied. You could have said something amazing.
Much like Kieran Phillips in the first half, I have integrity for the game.
Very honest. I respect that about you. Could have also treated the viewer to an entertaining story, but nonetheless.
It's not coming to mind. I gave an entertaining story about Asante.
That's right.
A foul here and a free kick coming for Sacramento.
So when things are not going well for you, like the first 15 minutes for Sacramento Republic, set pieces are an opportunity in which you can try to rewrite the way this thing is going. I don't like the decision to go short. I would have preferred to just put a ball in and give yourself an opportunity, even if it's by hook or crook and lumping it into the box. I'd be more okay with that than just the build up to turn it back over and now have yourself unbalanced, susceptible to a counter.
Kebu stepped in, the 17-year-olds. And maybe something here for Sacramento. This is who they want in a wide position. Jack Gurr delivers, back post. Overhit and out of play. It's only the fourth final third entry in this second half for Sacramento compared to the 23 final third entries for Las Vegas. There's a handball in there against Sacramento. Free kick to the Lights. We've seen Some early second half subs from Mark Briggs in Sacramento. Still nothing from Las Vegas. Mix of Joe Zhao, Edison Azcona available on the bench. Von Koval as well. Good impact from an attacking sense.
Much like I thought a few moments ago that Mark Briggs needed to make a change to liven things up. I'd actually be okay with Dennis Sanchez giving this group another 5-6 minutes to see if they can produce a goal and an end product before making a change.
Cicerone for Portillo. Another player that Sacramento went out and got mid-season. Bringing in very experienced USL Championship veteran Justin Portillo. Coming over from Tulsa. That was all the way back at the beginning of June. Cross floated in. Arozarena settles under it. And the distribution to Pinzon.
Got to reward Nigro with the ball at the bottom of your screen.
Pinzon cut it in field away from Nigro and then lost possession.
And now Pinzon's going to walk back while Nigro has to run back 60 yards. That is so infuriating for an outside back, and it's a good way to lose trust in your teammate if you're not going to reward him with the ball. Even if it's a 50-50 or a 60-40 ball, you've got to reward Nigro for that lung-busting run before you look at him to do it again in the future to try to help you out as an outside midfielder.
Isn't that just life as an outside back, though?
It is until you stop doing it because you don't get the ball back, and that's the game you got to play within the game with your teammate to understand how to be able to say, I appreciate you making this run, let me reward you with the ball. Instead, you get looked off and used as a decoy. Then when it's time to maybe make the run or not, sometimes when you go, well, what's the point? I'm not going to get the ball back anyways, right? So, and that's maybe a pessimistic mindset, but
it's played forward. Damia Villader to the end line, bobbling towards the net, and luckily for Las Vegas, the outside of the post.
Whew, that was dangerously close. For all the good stuff that Las Vegas did in the first half, they are flirting with danger now on these counter-attacking moments. This is good recovery from Howell. So this is the first challenge. Now watch, he runs right back into a spot where he can try to impact the play.
I think he would have been able to clear that off the line, but to be certain. Third corner kick of the game, Portillo, and a header blasted out of play.
Go look at this overlapping run from Nigro. They were at the top of the six when he started at Nigro. This is the run you're going. This is where Pinzon just has to understand, play it. The hips have been turned, and that is just an inexplicable play. Now Pinzon's going to start to walk back. Look at the bottom of your screen. Nigro starts to make his way back, tracking back, because he's now got to work back the other way, and Pinzon doesn't even try to help Nigro back in his recovery. Look, you probably had a better viewpoint on it in the moment. If you're the life of the outside back, you just got to keep going, and in those moments, you got to be able to just give the benefit of the doubt to your teammate. But my goodness, Pinzon absolutely has to reward his teammate for that run.
Nigro in his first season with Las Vegas, spent the last 2 years with Real Monarchs, spent time on loan in the Netherlands with ADO Den Haag, also time in Italy with Roma and Potenza. This is a look at that last corner kick.
That caught Timmer in a weird spot. I don't think he was anticipating the ball to get through two sets of players going up for it, and it was just kind of a weird little moment after he headed the ball. He just kind of took an awkward little step as if he was trying to just gather himself, and since then he's been in dialogue and discussion, going through the concussion protocol testing to make sure he's okay. It's just a weird play all the way around. Hope that Jared Timmer is okay.
Timmer in his second season with Sacramento, started his pro career out west with Reno, and then returned to Indianapolis, where he played his college soccer at Butler, played 2 years for Indy 11. Timmer will come off for just a moment, and looks like he's okay to continue on.
It's a really good sign to see.
One of those 3 West Coast games tonight has gone final. Monterey Bay and Orange County playing to a 0-0 draw. Monterey Bay, that is now 2 straight 0-0 draws. And they have not scored a goal since August 17th. That is 5 straight games. Also not won a game since July 6th. That's 10 games. Coming in field looking for Luis Felipe. Las Vegas on the move again. Solomon Asante plays it down the line, gets end line, locked down, out of play, corner kick coming.
Fantastic recovery. This is the difference. One side, you get an outside back looking off, or outside mid looking off your outside back, and here we go. This is Asante understanding, play it through. And that is a reward for Sean Smart's willingness to run. I guarantee you it's much easier to try to get him to keep continuing to run forward.
Smart now, Asante. Ngando just over the bar, onto the roof of the net. We've seen Ngando score from outside the area this year, and now a substitution coming. This may be more just man management because of the busy week than anything. But Jack Gurr replaced, plays 3/4 of this game. It's Harvey Neville, who just came in on loan from Portland on September 6th. That's a Desert Radiology substitution.
It's a good move for Harvey Neville to be in with Sacramento Republic and to be able to get significant minutes and to be able to be a part of the team.
Here is Neville, his first touches. Deflected by Nigro. Ross turns it back, Portillo, quick passing. Luis Felipe has it turned over. Smart able to recover for Las Vegas. Ross moving it through the middle, Herrera. Taken by Pinzon. Noel steps around a challenge. Noel was cut down, free kick.
Portillo was trying to claim that he didn't make any contact with Noel, but watch as he tries to pull out, does Portillo, but there's still a little bit of contact, and then it's the delayed nature of the fall from Noel. Really made it a tough sell for Portillo, but nonetheless, I do think there was a slight bit of contact as Portillo was late, even though he did try to pull out.
This must be the smallest shin guards I've ever seen. Were you sock above the knee, or were you low sock?
Oh, I was sock all the way up. I will tell you, the smaller the shin guards, the better.
Yeah, oh, I'm sure.
Absolutely. It's a true story.
Quick passing here from Las Vegas, trying to play in Pinzon. Neville, we're 2 black shirts converging. He just had to put that out of play. No nonsense defending, it's a corner kick.
One time I forgot my shin guards and had to cut a Gatorade cup, you know, the small little ones, in half and use that as a shin guard.
I don't think that's FIFA approved.
No, it's definitely not. To be fair, though, I did write a little Nike swoosh on it, though, so
okay,
it made it official.
Brand official. Corner kick taken short, and then Pinzon's cross dealt with. Cicerone trying to run away, but more black shirts converging, and the Lights win it back. They're not letting Sacramento breathe right now. Pinzon. Chance to hit from distance. It was a heavy first touch. Noel couldn't get the shot away. Smart for Asante. On the turn, Sean Smart. Smart lays it up, Pinzon scores! Two unanswered goals for the Las Vegas Lights. It's 2-1.
This is all about Las Vegas Lights taking advantage of a mistake. Sacramento Public's captain Lee Desmond dives in. He tries to win this initial one. And what happens is he gets rolled by Sean Smart. Good job of establishing the position in between the ball and Desmond. And then he cuts across. So now he's inside of the box. He's the wrong side of Desmond. His head's up. He sees Pinzon. There's still a lot of work to do because Akebu is coming over to close down. But Pinzon leans forward, gets his body shape correct. Does enough to get it beyond Vitiello. It's a wonderfully well-crafted goal by Sean Smart, finished off by that man, Christian Pinzon.
Pinzon with his third goal of the season and his second goal of the season against Sacramento. He scored the game winner back on July 3rd. He may have just scored the game winner tonight for Las Vegas. That goal presented by America First Credit Union. Now Sacramento, a team that has been pinned in this entire second half. Not many moments coming forward, just one shot in the second half. Expected goals of 0.05 in the second half. Now they have to chase this game. And a sub coming. It's the end of the night for the goal scorer. Christian Pinzon is off, Joe Zhao is on.
Pinzon gets the job done. That's how you're measured at this level. Can you get goals? Can you have the final product? And oof, that is a late challenge from Jabang.
Desert Radiology substitution, and looks like a yellow card is on the way. Jabang into the book.
Jabang is miles late on this challenge. Neville is very smart to leave his feet. Jabang did try to stop the slide at some point, but he had already overcommitted, and Neville just absorbs the contact, smartly goes down and wins a free kick in a yellow.
Sacramento trying to avoid losing their fourth straight road game. They were unbeaten in their opening 10, 6 wins and 4 losses. Pardon me, 4 draws. About to be 4 losses if it stays like this. Switch of play. Sliding challenge out of play. And a stoppage now for subs. And these are the last subs of the game. With 15 minutes to go for Mark Briggs in Sacramento. Russell Cicerone and Nick Ross will exit. Trevor Ammon, team's leading goal scorer with 9 goals, along with Christian Pirano, will enter. Who has been sidelined recently with an injury. Was on the bench against New Mexico on Wednesday, did not feature. Last time he played was 45 minutes against his former club on August 25th against San Antonio. Desert Radiology subs. Here's Joe Zhao. Usman Jabang And now Joe Zhao, those fresh legs. Zhao goes down. What color will this card be? It is going to be red for Chibi Ukebu. Sacramento down a goal and now down to 10. This is where denial of an obvious goal-scoring opportunity will come into play.
Things going bad to worse right now for the Sacramento Republic, and this is a agonizing turn of events. He is the last man. Ukebu gets his hips turned around the wrong way. Joe Zhao takes a really, really smart touch to get in front of him. This is a big lesson for the 17-year-old. Got a chance to talk to Mark Briggs this week, and he said Chibi Ukebu is one of the most talented, maybe the best player to come through the academy with Sacramento Republic. He's got an incredibly bright future. Dennis Sanchez, the coach for Las Vegas Lights, understanding it's somebody he worked with in the past, understanding how painful of a moment this is going to be for the youngster, but it's just really smart from Joe Zhao to be able to take that last little touch to bait him in to reach, and rightly so, is a red card for the 17-year-old.
Five-man wall in front of Solomon Asante. Asante tried to go around the wall, and it's an easy catch for Vitiello. So you add in all the variables now for Sacramento. Down a goal, down a man, and they've barely had any of the game in the second half.
This game has been more about Las Vegas being good than it's been about Sacramento being bad in the second half.
Neville tried to put that in a dangerous area, but too close to Arozarena. This game has been chippy throughout. And Sean Smart started a lot of that in the first half.
Just a lot of little ticky-tack stuff and some challenges here and there along the way. See a theme with Sean Smart involved in most of these things. Excuse me. And then a couple bookings as we've gotten to the second half now. And this one culminates it all. Denial of an obvious goal-scoring opportunity. And Ukebu rightly sent off.
Jabang leading the break. Jabang, it was 5 against 3, and he went for the shot. Here's Trevor Ammon, bumped off the ball. A whistle will go against Sacramento. Again, that is Sean Smart throwing himself into that challenge. He's been a pest all night long. We're wearing Sacramento colors.
Smart has been involved throughout in a multitude of different ways in this matchup, and now with the score line what it is and being up a man, I imagine Smart trying to use all of that tactical acumen that he has to be able to try to waste as much time and see this result out.
Noel rolling it centrally. Hammond went to ground early, and now Ngando carries on. JC Ngando trying to pick out Joe Zhao, trying to go with a no-look pass. Christian Pirano. Pirano, a former USL Championship Young Player of the Year back in 2019. Got the move overseas to Portugal, and then came back to the United States and linked up with San Antonio FC again. Helped them win a title a couple of years ago, and then got a move to Sacramento last year. Harvey Neville on a play for a throw-in. 10 minutes to go for Sacramento to try to find something out of this game tonight and avoid losing 2 games in the span of about 3 or 4 days. Herrera keeps it alive. Herrera couldn't link up with Portillo, who went to ground. And another decision from the referee here, yellow card in hand. Portillo knew what was coming. He was just hoping it wasn't a different color.
Portillo has had the fortune shine correctly on him, or favorably on him, I beg your pardon. That is a heavy challenge. I do actually think the tackle is lower. The leg is not extended for full force. I think that is the right decision. But it's putting his fate in this matchup in a referee Matthew Corrigan's hand. Smart was on the receiving end of that one, but Smart has actually been really influential in the attack. And there's two identical plays I want to take a look at. Watch this. Rolls the first one, catches Portillo, he goes to ground. Now he's going to cut it back to Bennett. Bennett hits the post. Well, this is not the same play. This is him rolling Desmond before he cuts across and squares it to Pinzon for the goal. Incredible from Sean Smart. We've talked about him being involved at the other end in so many different plays, but to be able to have two identical plays, the first one almost lead to a goal, then follow it up with another similar identical turn that does lead to the goal. I mean, that is wildly impressive and fantastic work from all of our crew to be able to find those two looks, to be able to show it in that exact succession, to make it look as though it's the same play. But I guarantee you, as you saw the end result, it was not. First one was almost there, and Smart went back to the well, pulled off the move again. Could that be the play that leads to his team getting an extra 2 points?
It's interesting. Two players from Clemson last year that won the College Cup, Pop Marboy and Sean Smart, electing to sign pro deals in the USL Championship right out of college. Sean Smart and Pop Marboy over with Phoenix. Usually you see players, okay, we'll go out of college, sign a Generation Adidas contract, we'll go into MLS. Usually that means a year or two in next pro, and then maybe you get a shot with the first team. But these guys, they want to come right and play first team football right away, come to the USL Championship. Smart's been a regular contributor all year long, and so is Pop Marboy over at Phoenix.
It may sound nice to go play in Major League Soccer for sure and get drafted and all that. It's great for your ego. But if you're not playing games, what does that really do for your development?
Here's Asante. Solomon Asante saved. Batted in the middle and taken by Vitiello. He's been goal dangerous all night long, Asante, and nothing has found the back of the net yet, tonight or this season. Asante, though, does have 3 assists to his name this season. Over the top, Noel with Vitiello retreating. Rolls it centrally and cleared away. Asante for Ngando. Joe Zhao. Zhao gets end line. Somehow got that cross away. And Luis Felipe heads it away. Smart. Sean Smart saved. He scored from outside the area this year. He has 2 goals to his name.
Sean Smart making a big case for a man of the match type performance with his involvement, both defensively and going forward.
A foul and subs preparing for Las Vegas. Von Coville will enter. It will also be Elias Gartig, who will make his USL Championship debut tonight. Both Desert Radiology substitutions. Gartig, the 21-year-old from Denmark. Last played in the 3rd division in Denmark, signed on August the 2nd. Came up in the Brøndby Academy, as Solomon Asante will be one of those players exiting. And Corey Bennett will also be exiting tonight. Subs 2 and 3 for Dennis Sanchez. Those are defensive reinforcements coming on for Las Vegas. Gartig, defender, and fresh legs on the front line, Von Kovel. Striding forward again, Camilla Villadere. Nothing doing for Sacramento. Nigro trying to roll it in again. Kovel had to jump over Danny Vitiello, who came away with the ball. Pirano for Trevor Ammon. Gartig, his first challenge put in here in the States. It's a foul.
This is a big opportunity to match. For as much as Las Vegas have had the lion's share of possession in the second half, make it a set piece opportunity. Sacramento might get bailed out here for going quickly. These are the moments where you need to get numbers into the box.
Here's Pirano. Pirano chipping it up. The heads go up and the ball out of play. It was flicked out. It's a corner kick. Las Vegas not in agreement, but Justin Portillo will go over and take this.
First glance, I don't think that came off of a Las Vegas Light defender, unless we missed something in real time that a referee did catch, but that looked as though Desmond was the one that had jumped up and won the header.
The in-swinger from Portillo, flicked across the face of goal. Luis Felipe tried to put it back in the middle. Desmond shot blocked, and now Las Vegas off to the races. Joe Zhao with red shirts striding back. Zhao will slow it down. Ahead for Ngando. Now Las Vegas get it back under their spell, all the way on the opposite side of the field, where they want to keep it. There was some contact, but no whistle, and play on. Ngando went down, now it's one back in the middle. Joe Hafferty moves it out wide. It's Valentin Noel, it's saved. Hafferty again for Noel. Now Jabang laying it off. Sean Smart on target, and another save for Vitiello. Sacramento just hanging around, down a man, down a goal, into the 90th minute. That's disappointing for Sacramento. It's been a long week of travel. After a good home win last weekend against Phoenix, a clean sheet, a couple of goals. They got an early goal in that game. All of a sudden, they've been on the wrong side of results over these last two if this stays as it is. Jabang wins it back. Challenge put in behind the play as Ngando carries on. Sounds like we're still going to get a few more minutes in this game. Still very much alive for Sacramento to find an equalizer. 6 minutes of stoppage time.
Keep an eye when the ball goes out. If our referee, Matthew Gorgon, gives a delayed yellow card for that challenge, didn't want to call.
Oh, Rosarena goes down. And the referee will stop play for an extra moment. Yellow card is issued.
heavy touch from Rosarena. It was a yellow that was brandished, not for that challenge from Herrera, but the challenge before. Confirmation on which player was booked, and a delayed yellow.
Rosarena puts it back in play. That was out of play, and Gonter just catches that one out of bounds. All the way back to a Rosarena, and there is a change to that yellow card. It was Damia Villadere. Herrera put in the challenge when they stopped the play, but they went back and gave the yellow card to Damia Villadere, who has his name taken, not Herrera. Throw-in will go to Las Vegas, and the frustration continuing for Sacramento.
Here's a look at the delayed yellow card. It was for that challenge. The referee, Matthew Corrigan, rightly so and astutely so, decided to continue to play on, so Las Vegas didn't lose the advantage. As a player that used to pull all the tricks time-wasting wise, I respect Joe Zhao and his time-wasting ability.
Sure.
He is subtly just doing the most annoying things off the ball if you're a Sacramento Republic player to just waste some time. And if you're a Las Vegas Light player, you're sitting there going, this guy's brilliant. He's wasting time and not getting booked for it.
Great ball centrally for Valentin Noel. Couldn't get the shot away, so he'll just turn it back and keep it. Make Sacramento chase down a man. Played into the corner. Smart might just hold it there. Battling with Lee Desmond. It's a foul against Sean Smart. Free kick to Sacramento. Another game going on right now in the USL Championship. Phoenix 4, San Antonio 0. A big result for Phoenix Rising. Sacramento now mounting an attack with Neville. Touchdown of play. This will run out for a corner kick.
Go short if they'd like to. This is the moment where Vitiello comes venturing forward.
It's the 5th corner kick of the game. Delivery, it was too tall for Vitiello, and he almost got there. Remember earlier this year, week 1, Colin Shuttler scored a goal against Sacramento.
Goalkeeper for Orange County on that night scored on Vitiello, so Vitiello he wants to find his way into the score sheet as well. Won't be on this one as that effort is going to go harmlessly wide.
That was an equalizer to make it 2-2 as well, which is exactly what Sacramento is looking for here. Rosarena will send it away. Las Vegas trying to move their unbeaten run to 5 games. They did go 11 games without a loss this year. Joe Zhao trying to end it. The deflection, though, will end up out of play and give a corner kick to the Lights. They will be in no rush to take this. Short, now chipped forward. Joe Zhao He's an important player for this Las Vegas Lights side. His biggest issue has just been trying to stay healthy. He's been out with a few injuries this year. Remember, he was capped by the U.S. men's national team in his career. And now a set piece on the way for Sacramento. This might be a chance to send everybody forward.
For as poor as Sacramento have played this second half, they are one opportunity away from walking out of here and stealing a point on the road.
Portillo will deliver. Driven ball forward, trying to win the initial header. They did. Nothing else after that. It's a handball. And now a stoppage in play because Jabang is down. This will be a free kick going back to Las Vegas. Can't be much time left in this game now. Rosarena will look to send this away. Las Vegas looking to sweep the season series from Sacramento. This would put Las Vegas in 5th spot, level on points with Memphis. And the flag is up for offside. That is not the final whistle, though it should be coming here pretty soon. Rosarena will have to send it upfield once again. Lofted forward. Koval keeps it in play momentarily via Dare. And that is full time. These lights continue to shine bright. A 2-1 win over Sacramento Republic, and Las Vegas sweeps the season series from Sac Republic. Our hardest working man of the match is presented by Layuna 872. It is Sean Smart.
Always involved in one way, shape, or another. Defensively, he put in all the effort. He was constantly a thorn in the side for the Sacramento Republic. And then in the second half, he showed it at the offensive end. 2 wonderfully well-worked plays where he threw a little bit of skilled deception, turned the corner and rolled his defender. The first time led to Bennett hitting the post. The second time led to the game winner applied by Christian Pinzon. And for his effort, Sean Smart is today's hardest working man of the match.
We will come back and wrap things up from Las Vegas. It is the Lights that get the win tonight. They just keep this thing rolling in 2024, a historic year for the Las Vegas Lights. It's full time from Cashman Fields. Las Vegas Lights 2, Sacramento Republic 1. Stay with us.
For over 85 years, Labor's Local 872 and Las Vegas have teamed up to change the world of entertainment, sports, and economic development. Labor's Local 872 is a proud member of Team Vegas. From 1937 to today, Local 872 has been moving Las Vegas forward. Our members built the Hoover Dam Extension Bridge, finished City Center, expanded our roads, and made Vegas the biggest stage in sports. Vegas is ready. It's game time.
At Silver State Schools Credit Union, we help you celebrate life's little moments and guide you through the big ones. Earn 2% cash back on every purchase with our Cashback Rewards credit card.
Silver State Schools Credit Union, your financial partner for life.
Mi raza bonita. Desde 1991 hemos compartido nuestras tradiciones mexicanas. Desde muy temprano, nuestros panaderos empiezan a elaborar los bolillos y el pan dulce. Y las tortillas todos los días salen calientitas. Le digo algo, mi raza bonita, lo que está hecho en La Bonita, está hecho en Las Vegas.
Tonight's broadcast is presented by Nevada Donor Network, Desert Radiology, and US Bank. Our full-time highlights are presented by Great Clips, and these are a lot of great clips for the Las Vegas Lights. But first, it all started off with Sacramento on the front foot.
It looked like it was going to be a dream for Mark Briggs' men. As 9 minutes in, Kieran Phillips, the forward he selected over Herrera, repays the manager's faith with a follow-up finish after a well-timed entry pass in behind by Russell Cicerone. And you just started to get the sense that maybe there was another opportunity, but Sacramento were not able to connect and get the second goal. It was really what they needed. This led to the save of the game, though, from Reiko Rosarena.
The save of the game brought to you by Nevada Donor Network. Remember, you can save a life at registerme.org. 29th minute, Corey Bennett would get involved.
Well, it was a sustained bit of possession, lulled the Republic into a little bit of a sleep, and then an inch-perfect cross from Valentin Noel finds the head of Corey Bennett, who just hangs in the air seemingly forever. Goes back against the grain, a smart, astute header to be able to apply the finish, makes it 1-1. Now this is the first opportunity that we saw from Smart where he rolls the defender, cuts it back. This time with Bennett, it hits the post, sends Portillo to the ground, and then he